I saw this video today here, and honestly, I think she's spitting a lot of facts. So like, you know, I'm gonna go over it, and then y'all can tell me what you think about it, because she's spitting a lot of good ass facts right now.
Women who constantly date fuck boys, they do it on purpose. Hold on, just go with me for a second. Don't get me wrong, every girl has had their experience with a fuck boy, not really knowing what they was getting themselves into. Some even learned their lesson and stayed away from those type of guys going forward. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all get a pass. I'm talking about those women who are constantly dating fuck boys. I'm talking about those women who got a whole roster of exes that ain't good for nothing besides dropping dick off.
Damn!
I'm talking about y'all. Those.
Yeah, so she's basically talking like hella fucking facts you already know, that she's sitting there actually talking, because I've met a lot of these women. I've actually went to high school, I went to college with a couple of these types of women that actually legitimately over and over sit there and constantly date the same type of guy.
Those women, regardless of what they say, they date those type of men on purpose because it gives them an excuse to not have to work on themselves. Like I said, just go with me. If she's bad at communicating, or she don't know how to take accountability for anything, or if she just don't have no emotional intelligence, she has an excuse to not have to work on any of these things if she's dating a piece of shit, because she can just hide all of her flaws behind his. Just think about it. Those type of dudes who don't have no job, who can only get around by using their girlfriend's car, who is just a fucking bum, honestly. Why do y'all think those type of men have a swarm of women around them at all times? Why do y'all think those type of dudes have 4 and 5 and 6 baby mamas? Like, then that didn't just matter.
Ooh, she's speaking so much facts. Like, honestly, like, we all know, we've seen women and we've talked to women like this. And it's literally the fact that a lot of the times people want to, as we call them, like, we know the white knights out there, that they'll turn around and continuously try to back them up and saying that you don't know what they're going through. We've heard other women say the same thing, that they're like, you don't know what they're going through, why they keep choosing these men, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, look, we're not saying that they haven't gone through something, but it's just the fact that when they come around and they go on the internet, keep continuously talking about how there's no good men. It's like, no, you continuously date the same type of man, and you know you're dating the same type of man. You just don't want to face that reality. Oh, how am I supposed to know? Like, how am I supposed to realize that? Girl, it's very easy. It's the guys that's showing the same type of mannerisms, because there's a lot of people that try to copy other people's patterns or mannerisms, especially if they weren't raised by someone well. It's all the same thing. You know, everybody, a lot of people can see it. They just choose not to see it. And she's spitting a lot of facts by talking about the fact that it helps them not work on themselves because now they have somebody else to blame. I agree with her 100%.
Magically happen, because the type of women that they deal with have no good relationship qualities, and she knows that she has no good relationship qualities, and she refuses to work on it. It's easier to just date a bum that she can control, because in her mind she's like, well, I can kick him out my house whenever I want to. He don't pay no bills, so I have full control whenever it comes to that, and he'll deal with it because he's a bum. He needs somebody to latch onto. She also has it in her mind that she don't have to take accountability for anything. If she does something wrong and he tries to bring it up, all she has to do is throw it in his face that she takes care of him.
You're a victim.
She has all the power and can dictate the entire relationship. And when women have that type of power and control, they don't feel the need to do any sort of self-reflection. And when things go wrong with her bum and he finds a new meal ticket, he done found somebody else to latch onto, she can easily play victim. She can play the sympathy card and be like, see.
So she basically kind of keeps repeating that after. So we kind of get the we kind of get the picture that she knows that literally she's almost like 95% correct. You know, that because we know that there's some women out there that honestly do make honest mistakes when choosing a guy. But you know where this honest mistake comes from, in my opinion? I feel the honest mistake comes from is because you don't really take the time to get to know the mannerisms of a person. Because they'll look at the way he looks, and then they'll look at the way he may have. Like, oh, but he has a car. Or, you know, he said that he was this. And I'm like, look, a person shows a lot of who they are by the way they act. Okay, and you can see that a lot of the times. Like, if a person gets angry over every little thing, you might want to keep a check on that, because that may be anger management issues, and that can turn into like an abusive type of person. You know, like getting angry at things that make sense, like you hit your car today, or you stepped in some shit when you walked off and you hit a grass patch. I can understand if you get a little bit upset about that. I understand, that's perfectly normal. But when people see them, they get crazy upset over the smallest things, and then they start taking it out on you. I've seen women see this in men within the first 2 months, and they'll just ignore it, be like, "Oh, I do the same thing," and I'm like, look, man, If it's a continuous pattern, I would stop that. So that's just like an example that there's a pen and bend more that I can go off on. I'm not going to go off and on that. But there's just a lot of stuff that people share these type of things that the women will go off over and over and over again about this constant problem. But honestly, from what she's saying, and by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, this is Diamond Fierce One on TikTok. She's pretty actually chill. She makes good vids. You can check her out. But literally, it seems that they did it on purpose. And if we as men try to point this out, they're going to be like, oh, you're slandering women and you're belittling them. We don't do this on purpose. Why would we want our own destruction? And we're like, hey, man, we're asking the same question. We're asking the same literal question. Why in the hell do you want your own destruction? You know? And maybe it's the fact that, is it possible that these type of women are actually seeking chaos? Because they don't want to live some small, or as they use, mundane life. But yet we know from the examples that we've seen, and she's speaking actual facts. You know, I'll actually put like the link here on this video so people can see it for yourself if you want the rest of it, and her videos, because she's actually really cool. But yeah, let me know what you all think. Let me know how you thought about the video. I'm gonna want to do more of these, and let me know in the comments if you dealt with women like this. Maybe you had an old friend that was like this and you couldn't take it anymore. I honestly would like to know. You know, so I will catch you whenever I see another thing that catches my interest. Later.